It's Roy, Anthony, Southern Soul.
Do you want to hang out with the hottest Southern Soul star in the country? Well, here's your chance to win a meet and hang with Roy Chip Anthony in Charleston. You'll get to enjoy a luxurious 5-star hotel stay Labor Day weekend, 2 concert tickets with all-access passes, and transportation to and from the event. Plus, you'll get to choose between a round-trip plane ticket or a $500 gift card. To register, all you have to do is follow at least 3 of Roy Chip Anthony's social media accounts and email a screenshot to mohitsweepstakes@gmail.com. That's MOHITZSWEEPSTAKESS@gmail.com. Don't wait. Register today and get ready for the best weekend of your life. Labor Day weekend. We'll see you in Charleston with Roy Chip Anthony. This is the G Podcast with your host, Tommy B.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to episode 189 of This is the G Podcast. Yes, and oh yes, you know what's up. Each week we do news, politics, pop culture, that piping hot tea from the one and only Tonya B, who is back this week. Yes, give it up for Tonya B. She's back. Man, it's hard to believe, y'all, that we are at episode 189, only 11 episodes from episode 200. So, I need your help. I don't know, what should we do for 200? Just let us know. Go to castropolis.net, shoot us a note. Leave us a voicemail. I love that stuff. Go ahead and do that. All right, in this week's episode, it's more indictments, more problems for Cheeto and friends. Cheeto Jesus just continues to spiral downward. And at the release of this episode, he's 5 days away from the August 25th surrender date that's been handed down by Fonnie Willis. The Newsmaker crew is here. We'll talk about it. Plus, my Shy update is coming up, season 6, episode 3. It's house party, but it's everything but a happy house party. Kind of happy, but whole lot of drama, as they do with the Shy. You know what they do. Tonya B is back with the tea. We'll find out how KeKe keeps it moving. And as always, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being here for another week. So let's go ahead and kick it. Syracuse Mike, what you got in the news, bro?
News team, assemble!
It's time for the Week in News with Syracuse Mike.
Former President Donald Trump has been indicted in Fulton County. The Georgia indictment is the unprecedented 4th time that a former president has been indicted. This indictment comes as no surprise and centers around the election probe in our state. It's tied in part to that well-known telephone call where Trump tells Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger,
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state.
The indictments handed up involve Trump and several people, including Rudi Giuliani and former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. The deadline for Donald Trump to make his first appearance in a Georgia courtroom after being indicted for allegedly attempting to overturn the 2020 presidential election is Friday, August 25th. This 4th indictment came from Fulton DA Fonnie Willis.
The indictment includes 41 felony counts and is 97 pages long.
Those charges are against 19 defendants, ranging from Trump to his former attorney, Rudi Giuliani, and former White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows. The focus of the Georgia case is broad, ranging from Trump's call to the Secretary of State to the harassment of poll worker Ruby Freeman. The former president and his campaign called the charges politically motivated. Trump has consistently said all of the indictments against him are part of a Democratic effort to stop his reelection. On his social media platform, Trump is promising an irrefutable report on Georgia election fraud will be released next week and will result in all charges against him and others being dropped. In a post on X, also known as Twitter, Governor Kemp wrote that anyone with evidence of fraud has failed to come forward under oath, adding elections in Georgia are secure. You're going to hear a lot about racketeering and Georgia's RICO law in this latest case. RICO stands for Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations. Simply put, a RICO charge is generally used when you want to go after the ringleader and everyone working with that person. It's usually tied to organized crime cases. AP African American Studies may not be available for students in Arkansas after some state officials claimed it's indoctrination. Several Republican-led states started reviewing college-level Black history courses for high schoolers shortly after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis went after the course in January. March 4th is the date that Fulton DA Fonnie Willis has proposed for the trial against former President Donald Trump and 18 others. That date is actually the day before Super Tuesday, when the most delegates are up for grabs in the Republican presidential primary. March is also the scheduled month for the start of Trump's alleged hush money payment trial in New York. The names of the grand jurors in Fulton County have been circulating online. The jurors indicted former President Donald Trump and 18 others earlier in the week on state racketeering and conspiracy charges. In Georgia, the law calls for those names to be included on the indictment. Someone on a fringe social media site has located what are believed to be the addresses and pictures of some of the jurors. According to the group Media Matters, an anonymous user called the list of jurors' names a hit list. Of course, that has led to threats. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office is working with local and federal authorities to identify the origin of the threat. The top emergency management official for Maui is defending the decision not to activate Hawaii's state-of-the-art siren alert system before the wildfire reached Lahaina.
There are no sirens, Mauka, or on the mountainside, where the fire was spreading down. So even if we sounded the siren, it would not have saved those people on the mountainside.
As of now, we know the wildfires killed 114 people. That official, Herman Andea, has resigned following heavy criticism. Remember that big press conference by Donald Trump scheduled for Monday? It's been postponed. Trump said he would release a so-called detailed and irrefutable report that would clear him and his allies of wrongdoing following the latest indictment by a Georgia grand jury. The former president says his lawyers have advised him to wait and present that evidence in court. The New York Times has reported that Trump's legal advisors have grown increasingly concerned about the information he is sharing publicly. You think?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Appreciate it, Mike, man. Thank you so much for the headlines. It is craziness. And I'm here to tell you right now for episode 189, we will not be spending all our time talking about Trump, because we would be talking about Trump every second, every minute, every episode. So we do bonus episodes. Myself and Harold Michael Harvey go a little bit more in depth, but I will tell you that I will get some opinions from the crew. But first of all, let me introduce the crew, y'all. He is here, the one and only. Y'all check him out. Talib Shabazz. Yes, at a club near you. As we were talking, I said, check him out at a club, because Talib still spins, all right? So you know, we have these conversations before we start the actual show, the podcast, where we talk about the news. And Vi, you said what? You asked me what?
I said, you're making it hard for me to select a place to live, because I'm looking to move in 3 years, because I'm retiring in 3 years. I'm going to move to Columbus to get closer to my family, which is near Atlanta.
Yeah.
And you just making it rough. Talking about it's so easy to be shot. I'm going, what?
Well, we're talking about the shootings. We're talking about the shootings, and Georgia is what, open carry, or is it
carry? It is open carry. You don't even have to have a license on you.
No. Don't even have a license. So Talib, who is a club, you know, Talib does clubs. You know, he spins. And your buddy was saying what, Talib, about the club?
Said that I'm not going to reveal the name of the club only because I don't want to start a panic. Just in case. But yeah, he's like, you know, my guy does club security, and he says that, since Georgia has passed this open carry law, he said, you know, folks will just be. He said he's had several occasions where people were just around the outside of the nightclub with guns out. He's like, now I have to carry, because, you know, if they're working on the outside, you know, and nightclubs in Atlanta have police officers right there, you know, as their outside security.
So we have police officers and security.
Yes. And the police officer is like, hey man, what can I do? You know, what can I do? You know, he's like, it's the law.
Yeah. So
it's
go ahead, man.
Crazy right now.
Well, I will just say, I mean, you know, as somebody who used to spin, I used to DJ, I used to be in clubs. I mean, there's always potential for some shiggity. You know, there's like on one hand, you know, you got people who might step on your foot, you know, and not say, excuse me. Then it's like you looked at my girl the wrong way. You put your hand on my girl. You know,
but we didn't shoot
much.
We didn't shoot.
I'm saying we didn't back in the day.
Yeah,
but now, right? Because back then it might have been nuck if you buck, you know.
Right.
But
yeah, but you
man up. You look at him, you size him up. You say, you look at him, you size him up. Say, well, I don't want none of that, and you keep on going.
Right. You know, you don't know who knows MMA these days, so you know. You gotta...
That dude don't even care. He just pull out a pistol, dude. You know I would take you out.
I'm just saying. Right, you know, just like
you just really ended my clubbing days then, man. You just it was almost over there, but you just almost sealed the fate on it.
Don't worry, Vi. The clubs that you go to, ain't nobody sitting there shooting. They got the shiny suits and everything. You know, big hats.
I like to go with the young folk. I like to sneak in with the young folk just to see what's going on there now and then. You know,
don't sneak in with the young folk.
Hey, I like to play my zaddy every now and then. You know, I like to play my zaddy every now and then. You know,
right.
I'm gonna say this for my folks who've been around. I'm gonna say this for my folks who've been around in ATL long enough. Vi, stay at the chit chat. Y'all know. Stay in the chit chat club. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's move on. Stay in the chit chat by the shiny suits. Suits.
All right, bro. Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, hey, Fulton County, you know, the indictment went down. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. Like I said, Harold Michael Harvey and I spend more time talking about Trump, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time here. Fulton County indictment has gone down. Rudi, Mark Meadows are included, and it's funny because Rudi used to use RICO. Now he's on the other end of RICO.
Right.
And they have to turn themselves in to the Fulton County Jail for arraignment by August 25th.
Yeah, I want that mugshot. Get that mugshot.
Yeah. As we take, you know, we're a week out, and I don't think anybody's turned themselves in. And you know what? Let me say this. Fulton County Jail is atrocious. It's under investigation by the DOJ, Department of Justice.
Right.
And I will tell you that it needs to be either shut down or taken over. It's atrocious. Just as we tape today, another inmate has died. It's almost like we have an inmate dying every other week or every month. And it just needs to be... Yeah, it's atrocious. It's a death bin. It's a death bin. So if you want to put these folks in there, that's cool with me.
And that will solve a lot. It will solve so many issues.
And it will save the taxpayers much money. Whole lot of as the orange guy would say, much money. Much money. Many money. But March 4th, the trial has been set. And that's according to Fonnie Willis, who said that the trial would be March 4th, 2024. And we'll see, because there's so much intersection going on with all these trials. But I'm not going to but let's get real quick. And don't spend a whole lot of time on it. I just want to get, since we've gone through the week, and I'll start with you, Vi. Just a quick take on the events of this week and what you think it means. The indictment. Go ahead.
I just think it's unreal. It's like I'm in a fat rally. I'm going, everybody keep talking about democracy, political president, but did he do it? Is anybody concerned about did he do it? Yeah. Did he do it? Did he really try to steal the election? Yes. So if he didn't try to steal the election, I get it. But he did do it. So why are we trying to why we shouldn't prosecute him? Why am I asking the question, did he do it?
Right. Because we know he did it.
Talib, I'll go to you. Go ahead, Talib.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we know he did it. They've got a phone call where he's asking for the finding of the votes. There's, Rudi Giuliani has already testified, and he lied. saying that he was lying about this. So really, I mean, there's no reason why Jack Smith or Fonnie Willis can't really just pick up this confession that they already got from Giuliani and say, look, here's the proof.
Yeah.
You know,
that's my point.
Testified this under oath. So, yeah, exactly. What are we talking about here?
That's what I'm saying. So why are we? Why would we make such a big deal out of this? He did do it though. So if he did do it, what's the problem? He did it.
Right. Look.
So we should answer.
Can I say something? And this is gonna sound crazy, but it's almost as if they know he did it. His attorneys know he did it, but they are just trying to set up a premise or some type of defense to say that, yes, he did it, but because he's president, he can do it.
No,
because he's Donald Trump. I'm just telling you that the defense will be, if it's just like the defense that says, if you believe it, then it must be true. That's crazy.
My point is, though, I want to say this.
That's fucking crazy.
My point is, then say that. Say it. Own up to it. Say, we know we did it, but he should have. We know we did it, but since he's president, he done anything wrong. But they ain't saying that. They said we were president.
Go ahead. Hang on, Vi. Jump in, Talib. Let's get off this because we got other stuff to talk about. Go ahead.
Real quick, I find it funny that they're saying, okay, yeah, we've got all this irrefutable evidence that he's innocent. And that election was stolen, but they're trying to move the election 2.5 years out. Yeah. You know what I mean? But state charges won't allow you to pardon yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the problem right there.
Right.
He has to do at least 5 years before you can ask for pardon.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and let's move on to the next story. All I have to say is, anybody who's willing to defend him with this type of defense has a problem. And I'm talking about mentally you have I know there are people out there who believe everything he says, but apparently you don't remember the Donald Trump that I remember before he even got into politics. You know, and I'm gonna leave it at that, but I'll give you the last word. Go ahead, Vi.
I just want to say, I was looking at the internet and they were showing what he interviewed Hillary Clinton when she was running for president, and she said, "This is what's going to happen if he ever become president. If he ever lose, he's going to say we're out to get him."
Yeah. Hillary was prophetic. I'll leave it at that. Let's move on. All right, y'all. Retired NFL star Michael Oher and his adoption out of poverty it was the subject of the big movie 2009, The Blindside. Everybody around the world, no matter where you are, has probably heard about the wealthy white family adopting this big black kid who turned out to be an NFL player. Well, he has petitioned in Tennessee, in the Tennessee court, and it happened this week, basically with allegations saying that the central element of the story was a lie, which caught me off guard. I was like, whoa. I mean, what does this mean for, like, you know, Arnold Drummond and Webster now? No, I'm just joking. But anyway, you know, that was a lie. And it was all done to enrich the family. He's got a 14-page petition filed in Shelby County, Tennessee, you know, in the probate court. And he's saying that, and you might know how to say their names, Sean and Leanne Tui, who took Oher into their home as a high school student, never adopted him. They never adopted him. Instead, less than 3 months after Oher turned 18 in 2004, the petition says the couple tricked him into signing a document and making them his conservators, which gave them legal authority to make business deals in his name. I'm going to go to you, Talib, first. You know, thoughts, man?
Okay. Well, you know, at first, when I first heard the story, I was thinking, man, this is messed up. You know, I mean, conservatorships are now on everybody's mind because of what was happening with Britney Spears. Mm-hmm. You know, so now people are aware that this is something that can be restricting to the person who is the conservatee, I guess, as opposed to the conservators. So, you know, but it just didn't seem right because, you know, in the movie, you know, and the movie was dynamite movie. Sandra Bullock, you know, really did her thing in the movie and deserved, I felt like, you know, when I watched the movie back in 2009, this was, you know, it was a feel-good thing, you know. I mean, yeah, we have the dynamic of the white rescuers to the young Negro, you know, who's, you know, whose family life and all whatever wasn't the greatest, and now they've come and they've helped him, you know. I think that, you know, and I was really annoyed. I was really annoyed when I first started hearing about it. And then the more I started actually doing, you know, my due diligence on the backstory, you know, Michael has written a memoir that came out in, 2011?
Right.
Where he is acknowledging
it was conservative. Right.
So is it really that were they really lying to you? Is something else going on with this family dynamic? Your mother was a part of the hearing where they were granted the conservatorship. So I can't believe now. I could see you saying that I didn't know all that was involved in it. But you knew you weren't adopted because you were 18. You know, and that's the reason why the conservatorship was supposedly put in place, so that you can be acknowledged as part of this whole, and we can move you forward. You know, right now I really don't know what to say. I'm not really sure what's going on. I know that there are still things that haven't been said by both sides. You know, there's got to be something else going on. I mean, they had an interview with Michael's brother where he was like, hey, man, you know, there was a family chat that was going on, you know, 4 or 5 years ago where something like this was discussed. You know, so I'm not really sure what the underlying cause was that makes him come out now. But I'm hoping that everything can be settled quickly because, you know, it's ugly when you got family business. Yeah. It's not just you know, somebody taking advantage of a random. This is family business, you know. Yeah. So they're gonna have to work that out. I'm just hoping that, you know, they can come to some type of you know, some kind of resolution before long, because it does, you know, the thing is that something like this has the potential to really fester and become ugly.
Okay, I'm gonna go to you, Vi. I'm gonna go to you. Go ahead, Vi.
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. He can't sit here and say he did not know. It's clearly, when you look into it, it's clear he did know. Now, he can't say that he know what conservatorship gave him the right to do, but he knew he was not adopted. And the bigger question is, why is there still a conservatorship? This dude, it should have ended soon as he signed that contract with the Ravens. That should have ended it. Yeah. Now he can complain about that. Now I don't know how they can explain that, why they still got it. And also, I don't know. Now, if they made a lot of money, they say they made, and he didn't get any of the money, okay, that's wrong. But from what I'm seeing, they didn't make no money neither. And then I'm hearing they offered him the royalties, and he turned them down. Because I listened to this one podcast, the guy who played football with him, he said the football player said he never watched the movie because he knew the football player, like, what's the guy name? Michael Oher. Michael Oher, yeah. He was a teammate of Michael Oher. He said he never wanted to watch the movie because Michael Oher let it be known to the team, his teammates, he did not like that movie.
Wow.
He said because it made him seem dumb. And then they said, but the book doesn't say that. The movie did that, but the book didn't. The book said that he was very intelligent and very smart. They said the first thing he lacked, it wasn't because he was dumb, because in the environment he brought in, where he missed certain parts of his education. But they said he was very smart and very intelligent. The movie just made a lie out of a lot of stuff. Like they said, like they showed the little kids teach them how to play football. Now, that wasn't true. The movie showed the mom teaching the boy how to play football. That's not true.
You know,
and I think that's what he should say. So I think it's kind of go both ways. But like I said, they did take advantage of the situation because why are y'all still the conservatorship? And y'all have been telling the whole world that y'all adopted him. She has made her living doing that. By going, making speakers announcements, she be like a speaker. She get paid to be a speaker, her conservatorship. She got money for doing that kind of stuff. The kid, he works at Florida State based on that movie. Yeah. The daughter is what you call an influencer because of that movie. So they did make money off him. And like he's saying, why y'all still conservatorship? Y'all have made this money off my name for the last 20 years. It's time to stop. Right.
Well, let me say, and I'll go back to you, Talib. I know you had something to add on, but I'm gonna say I'm an adoptee. Okay, so for me, when I first heard it, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all pimping? You know what I mean? I mean,
they did pimping.
And let me say this.
They did pimping.
I will, because you heard people disparage. What's the actress?
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, people, and let me tell you, in real life, Sandra Bullock actually adopted black kids. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, leave her alone. She was an actress.
Yeah. So, from her standpoint, she adopt. I mean, you got actresses who adopt kids. They don't put them out in public. And they're from either orphanages. They're in situations where, those kids, you never know how they would have turned out.
Right.
With him, the other thing I'd like to know is when they adopted him, did they look at it from a potential standpoint, or did they look at it from an aspect of we love this kid and we want to help him have a good life?
And that part you'll never know. That part we'll never know.
And
either you're going to believe him, or them.
And that's going to be I think I don't know if it's going to come down to that in court, but ultimately you got to ask what was their intent in the adoption in the first place, or the conservatorship. The other thing, and real quick, the other thing is he's writing. I guess he's releasing a new book.
Yeah, another one.
And you just never know, man. Some of these publicists are out there, you just never know.
But this ain't the first time I've heard this though. I've heard this many years ago, but I just thought when I saw it the first time, I said, unless he said, I'm not going to believe it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now he came out and said it.
Oh, go ahead, Vi.
Once he came out and said, I said, so there's some truth to this then.
Right.
Last word on it, Talib, and then I'm going to go around the horn. So last word on this. Go ahead. Real quick, 60 seconds.
Yes, I think that if we didn't learn anything else from the NWA Straight Outta Compton movie, that biopics are not 100% truthful.
Correct.
So there is definitely embellishments that were happening to make the movie get the kind of reaction that it got. So
it's entertainment.
Right. I'm just going to hold off. I'll just hold off until everything comes, until it actually comes.
Well, you look at every biopic, from the Jackson biopic to, to Queen biopic, the Bohemian Rhapsody, everything has a level of, they enhance, embellish, always. So, I hear you. Lots of back and forth, but ultimately, the truth will come out. And we'll see how it goes. All right, real quick, let's go around the horn. Vi, I'll start with you. What's your big story of the week, man?
My big story of the week is what's going on in Cobb County. They fired this teacher for reading a book, and they said based on gender equality. And basically what she said, to me, it's like, we're almost as bad as Florida. The only difference between us, we have not had a governor went out and said he supported, and we have not said that slavery is a benefit. But other than that, we are down with what Florida did. We are down with not teaching about Black history. We're down by not teaching about gender equality. We're just not putting it out there. But we're doing the same thing because they fired this lady, like the lady said. Y'all have not put it in writing. And what they said was, she is right. We have not put it in writing. But for her to put that book out there and have no regrets, she might do it again. So they fired her anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it just happened in Cobb County.
Yeah, it just happened as we taped a day ago. Yeah, right. Maybe within the last day or so. And I will say, we're losing a lot of good teachers. because of this.
We should. Because my thing is, if you are so hell-bent on what your kid learn, become a teacher. Because all these teachers quit, who will teach them?
You're going to be doing homeschool.
Okay, and they're going to be dumb as hell. Homeschool, go to college, and your teacher look at you. You didn't know that was a pronoun? I know Jesus saved us though. That ain't gonna get you a degree.
All I can think about when I hear homeschooling is the all the wine videos that I was seeing on TikTok during the pandemic. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my mom. She is intelligent for her education she got, but she could not have taught me no algebra and no calculus.
Yeah, so true. So true.
And same thing, even I went to college. Once my kids got to that funky calculus I got to do, I'm done. You pass my. Once you got to do algebra 2, I can't teach you nothing else.
Look, I don't want to touch the middle school and high school stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, hey.
But you talking about homeschool? Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Talib, what's your big story, Talib? Thanks, bye.
I've got another. What's done in the darkness shall always come to the light. My story this week was actually what I wanted to. I'd seen it a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't have a chance to speak on it then. It looks like there was a settlement reached in the Henrietta Lacks cell case. Ben Crump, the new legal eagle when it comes to racism, secured a undisclosed amount for the Lacks family. They said that Thermo Fisher Scientific, who were the people that they were going after, tried to have the claims dropped because they said that they were too old. But I'm like, you took a piece of my mother and have now created an entire industry based upon the cells from my mother, and you're going to tell me that you're not going to honor that and honor her? Oh no, I'm gonna need my cash. But I will tell you what I did. I've been trying to, now that I knew, when I found out that Ben Crump was the attorney for this one as well, I'm like, what is Ben Crump's win-loss record really like?
Well, it's not win-loss. It's not win-loss. It's settled.
It's settled.
Right.
It's all about settlement. It doesn't go to court.
Right. And this guy has gotten over $200 million for families that he's represented.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what? If that's the only way, I used to kind of wave the flag, especially when it came down to police shootings, because I felt like we need to take this to court and we need to fix the laws. Right. Because no laws are being changed.
Right.
But, if it's helping those families cope and helping them move forward, then so be it. But eventually, we got to get these laws changed.
Yeah, so, a couple million will make you feel better.
Yeah.
It'll make you feel better, but
to the IRS.
It don't solve the big picture, but as far as my living standard, it hasn't greatly improved.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give you mine, and I'm gonna keep it light. I'm gonna keep it light this week because I've been dealing with this Trump stuff, and I just need something light. I will say this: I am ecstatic, and I'm gonna give it an applause. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon A. Sharp are teaming up. I don't know if his middle name is A or not. I just said that.
It's all right.
Stephen A. Smith.
It's Stephen A. Smith
and Shannon Sharp are teaming up on First Take. And I think what they're going to do is epic. They're going to do football because, as you know, football season is upon us. Every Monday and Tuesday on ESPN. I'm not promoting that for the hell of it. I'm just telling y'all that I hope they kick Skip Bayless's ass. I just want to say that.
But he's already been skipped. They already.
I want ass kicking now. I just don't want defeat. Okay. And the other thing, and I'll end it with this. The other thing is, I really do. I mean, Fulton County Jail is atrocious. It is. It's ridiculous. I mean, people are going in with misdemeanors and dying.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking about these hardcore criminals who are in gangs go in and killed by the gang members. These people are just mysteriously going in with misdemeanor. It sounds like, what's the Papillon? It sounds like it's a Turkish prison.
Yeah. Well, see, you know, here's the thing. Unfortunately, I actually spent a few days in Rice Street, and you will get lost. They can't wait to lose you in the system.
See?
You know what I mean? So
it is a Turkish prison.
Yeah, truly. And that's why it didn't surprise me when I heard about the guy dying because of the bed bugs. You know, the sister who got killed or who died in there on the misdemeanor, whatever charge she had. I mean, look, there have been 14 deaths over the last 12 months. So what does that tell you? You know,
it's horrible. And the world needs to know about it. There's no defending the sheriff and no defending the county, and the DOJ needs to come in. Merrick Garland, this is not something you need to be dragging your feet on. You need to come in and take over this jail. After
these guys go in.
Yeah, after Trump goes in. Wait a couple of months. Drag a little bit. But anyway.
Take care of the people that are in there now, but don't change the conditions too much until Trump and Guliani get in.
That's what I'm saying. Let Meadows, Trump, and Guliani get in there first.
But the thing is, they haven't really made a big deal about it, though.
What, made a big deal about what?
But what's going on in Fulton County about the audio?
Oh, see, you. Let me say this, Vi, you are south of us. Okay. So, you know, we hear the daily Atlanta Fulton County news. It's a big deal, and the DOJ has taken over. But let me tell you, Merrick Garland, you can't drag your feet on this. It's horrible. This is like, you know, you remember that movie Papillon with Steve McQueen and Dustin and Dustin Hoffman back in the day. These, I mean, you know, you never know what's going to happen when you go in. You know, these, you know, mothers are losing their sons. I mean, I'm just talking about minor charges. They go in and die. This is ridiculous. It's a Turkish prison. But I just want to say that, y'all. Love your thoughts. Go to castropolis.net.
In America?
I'll get back to you, Val. I'll let you close it out. Yeah, in America, dude. In America. It's bad. But go to castropolis.net, hit the people poll. Love your comments, love your feedback, and I'll play it back. And I know, guys, you know, I know people want to be hard on crime, but, you know, everybody gets due process. They don't go to jail to die.
Right.
That's not the case. But you had one more thing to say, and then we'll wrap it.
Well, people, I want y'all to think about what's going on in Florida. It's happening in Georgia. Pay attention. They are teaching the same thing in our schools. They're just not putting it out there because they don't want to go through the same thing Florida going through. So people, it's happening. It's happening. Pay attention.
All right, y'all. Well, you know, thank you, Vi. Again, country commentator in the building. Yes. Big thanks to Talib Shabazz. Yes. Talib Supreme.
Hey, next time Talib you come to Atlanta, you gotta let me know if I can sneak up in there.
Hey man, look, well, come anytime.
And all I got, no. Let me end it so we can move on. Let me end it. Stay at the chit chat. That's
I want to go where he go, man. Why you want to put me in the chit chat? Why you want to do that?
Hey, let me say. Let's leave it at that. Stay in the chit chat. All right, y'all. With that,
we'll go around the corner to Bigelow's.
All right. Yeah. See. All right. With that, let's go ahead. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back with Tonya B and the T. Appreciate y'all, man. Take care.
More. This is the G Podcast. After the break.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Tommy B from This Is the G Podcast. We are now halfway through 2023. And if you've been thinking about starting your own podcast in 2024, I'd love to have a chat with you. The Castropolis Podcast Network is currently accepting new shows. And if you have a clear vision and a unique voice, let's get in touch. Reach out to me at info@castropolis.net or visit the website castropolis.net. Simply click on the Contact Us button. So go to castropolis.net, click on Contact Us, and just leave me a message. I'm Tommy B from This Is the G Podcast, and I can't wait to help you start your very own podcast journey today.
Now then, children, it's time for tea.
It's tea time, y'all. Sippin' the tea with Tonya B.
Yes, yes, yes. Your girl is back. It's me. It's Tonya B. So glad to be back. And I'm just going to get right to it to give you this installment of the Entertainment GT right here on This Is the G Podcast. Try to keep up with me. I got a lot to tell you in a little bit of time. First, want to say congratulations to Russell Wilson and singer Ciara. They are expecting baby number 4. And based on the photos I've seen, this could be a Christmas baby. Also want to say congratulations to Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. They are now the parents of a baby girl. And KeKe Palmer, her baby daddy, whatever his name is, well, they have apparently gone their separate ways. The baby is 6 months old. KeKe is rediscovering herself in many ways. And then there was a situation with Usher in Las Vegas that turned into a song called Boyfriend. She is hot and steamy in the video. Now, KeKe, we know one thing. She keeps a job. Baby daddy, he gonna have to get a job because the couple aren't married, and how he thinks he's going to get spousal support remains to be seen. Now he's claiming he wants child support in full custody because he says KeKe works all the time. Well, she has to work because guess what, dude? You ain't got no job. Okay. The 2023 Emmy Awards will occur. Check this out, Tommy B. Martin Luther King Day of 2024. Anybody care? Not me. Another anybody care? Tiffany Haddish. I wish you'd make better decisions, baby girl. She's really trying hard now with this reality dating show where the contestants are homeless men dating successful women. Somebody getting paid because that does not happen in real life. And Tiffany, girl, this is not your ministry. Go over there and fold some laundry, and you men, go get a place to live and get your own address. Rest in peace to Magoo, one half of the 90s. They were hot for a minute. Timbaland and Magoo, remember them? Up Jump the Boogie. Part of the Basement Crew with Missy Elliott, Genuine, and Aaliyah. Well, he has passed away at the young age of 50 from a stroke. If you've seen the video, Tyrese, I say, stay off social media. Now he is suing Home Depot, claiming racial profiling. And there's different scenarios that have come forward about this lawsuit. But I guess Tyrese needs some money. For all of you that knew about Essence magazine in the 70s, it was kind of a rival of Ebony magazine, but it was the place to go for all things black. I'm talking fashion, beauty, music, you name it. Well, there's a documentary. It's a 5-part docuseries that is now airing on the OWN network. Okay, now, inquiring minds want to know, was this whole thing was Viacom Paramount wanting to sell BET Plus, and VH1 to Tyler Perry. Well, when Tyler Perry got the money, Byron Allen got the money, now they're saying, oh, we want $1 more billion. We want $3 billion. But you know what? It could be a blessing in disguise because Tyler Perry, truth be told, and Byron Allen, who has actually started his own network, don't really need them. I think they just didn't want anybody with a particular pigmentation situation to be in charge, and that's just my opinion and nothing more. Okay. There are a lot of things going on this year with hip hop turning 50. There's something going on every day somewhere in America. But my question is, who's really making the money? Okay. Well, one thing I will tell you, the Roots leader, Questlove, has a book coming out next year called Hip Hop is History. There's a Women of Hip Hop documentary on Netflix. And there's also a Biz Markie documentary on Showtime produced by his wife. Nobody beats the Biz. You know how we do that. Also, this Lizzo mess, it's kind of died down, but there are now 6 more dancers who have come forward with charges and allegations and lawsuits and all of that mess. Well, Lizzo will not be headlining the Made in America Fest in Philly. They actually canceled it. And she will not be headlining the 2024 Super Bowl halftime show. The word from the curb is that Usher is the lead contender, but the Super Bowl is in Vegas. Usher's already there with the residency. It makes sense to me. Remember this name, Nichelle Lewis. She's a TikTok singer who beat out thousands of others for the role of Dorothy in the Broadway revival of The Wiz. Also starring Wayne Brady, the new pansexual, Avery Wilson and Deborah Cox. And The Wiz is being produced by Candy Burris and her husband Todd. So remember the name, Nichelle Lewis. Now, listen to this. I do want to say congratulations to Melba Moore. She got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But you also remember I told you, even last year, there is a costs attached to getting the star. And if you got the cash, you can get the star. Okay. Melba Moore got Cat Williams to pay the $75,000 fee for her to get a star. Now, she deserves her flowers. Don't get me wrong. But to me, the honor is not what it used to be, because now it's all just a money grab. And I just will put it out there and say that's how Ashanti got hers. Her star. Word from the curb again is that the so-called newly healed Jamie Foxx is looking to rekindle his romance with the actress Katie Holmes, ex-wife of Tom Cruise, and close friends are now saying that Jamie has changed for the better since his mystery illness. Now, Bone Thugs and Harmony, remember, it's the first of our moms, wake up, wake up, wake up. They were recently honored with a street in their name. But inquiring minds want to know, who stole the street sign? And finally, Tory Lanez has been sentenced to 10 years for shooting Meg Thee Stallion. Okay, you know what? Bye, Felicia. And, it's almost the birthday. Next week will be Michael Jackson's birthday. He passed away in 2009. But this week, a California high court has cleared the way for 2 sex abuse lawsuits to move ahead after they were dismissed back in 2021. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. It's your girl, Tonya B. I'm back here now sipping this tea each and every Sunday. This is the G Podcast. Go to the YouTube channel. Check us out. Go to the website. We are back. We are here. And I'm telling you, you're going to love it. All right, Tommy B, take it back away. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful week, everybody.
What you watching this week, Tommy B?
Hey, y'all. It is the Shy Update, Shy Talk, Episode 3, Season 6. It's the house party. Spoilers ahead, y'all, so you might want to pause and play after you watch. But here's some highlights, man. Emmett and Keisha hold a house party to christen their new home on the west side. And while intentions are good, they quickly learn it's time to find new friends. Their high school friends are trifling. Their parents seem to be consistently questioning their staying power and why they're not married, yada, yada, yada. You know how it goes. Also, all the wrong forces seem to collide in this house party. You got Duda, Trig, Emmett's protective father, Darnell. Rob shows up with Tiff looking for answers for his mom on, who killed Q, questioning Duda's henchman. Also, the henchman's trying to get up with Keisha because he was seeing her before her abduction. Man, it's messy. And why is Nina, Keisha's mom, being so hard on her? And Emmett. And Jada, Emmett's mom, is on a mission to hook up her friend Tracy, who's also ghosting Duda. So Jada, you need to stay out of that one. And the episode really gets heated when Darnell confronts Duda about his son Emmett, who, got this housewarming gift from Duda, which I won't tell you. I'm gonna wait till y'all see it. And it's intended only for Emmett to use. He got his hands on it. Y'all can figure that out. That's all I got to say. This episode quickly goes from house party to house drama. On a brighter note, though, Trig asks Fatima to move in, and Papa steps up to defend his 19-year-old cougar love at Smokey's. Yes. But overall, the question still lingers for me. That big question is, who's gonna get offed first? Who's gonna meet their demise first? We'll see. I welcome your thoughts. Hit me up at castropolis.net. That's Shy Talk for this week. I'm Tommy B. As always, big thanks to Syracuse Mike, Tonya B, Vi, Talib. Thanks to the crew, Millennial Nick, Lady J, Regia, music by K-Dub. All those who help us make it happen every single week. Remember, every Sunday, 6 p.m., you can stream us first. The links are in social media or in the bio, whatever you find easiest for you. Go to castropolis.net. Don't forget, y'all, make sure you share the show. Don't cost you nothing. Go ahead and do that. And I got one final PSA before we leave. And I've got to really say this, man. How long will the DOJ, the Department of Justice, wait before taking over Fulton County, the Fulton County Jail on Rice Street? Between 2009 and 2022. So between 2009, 2022, 60 Fulton inmates have died. This month, we've had 3 to die, 2 in 1 week. and the jail continues to remain over operational capacity. So we got to do something, y'all. So with that, I'll leave it at that. Love your comments. Go to castropolis.net. Hit us up on the people poll. But with that, episode 189 is in the can. Have a great week, y'all. Peace and power to the people.
You've been listening to the G Podcast with your host, Tommy B. The G Podcast is a production of the Castropolis Podcast Network. Thanks for listening.
It's Roy, Anthony, Southern Soul.
Do you want to hang out with the hottest Southern Soul star in the country? Well, here's your chance to win a meet and hang with Roy, Chip, Anthony in Charleston. You'll get to enjoy a luxurious 5-star hotel stay Labor Day weekend, 2 concert tickets with all-access passes, and transportation to and from the event. Plus, you'll get to choose between a round-trip plane ticket or a $500 gift card. To register, all you have to do is follow at least 3 of Roy Chip Anthony's social media accounts and email a screenshot to mohitzsweepstakes@gmail.com. That's mohitzsweepstakes@gmail.com. Don't wait. Register today and get ready for the best weekend of your life. Labor Day weekend. We'll see you in Charleston with Roy Chip Anthony.